to test. Suppose I is an interval and f is from I to R be a function such that f dash of x and f double dash of x exist for all x belongs to I, and let p belong to I such that f dash of p is 0. Then there are the two conditions. The first condition is if f double dash of p is less than 0, then it is local maxima. And do you remember what is the definition of local maxima? I have given you two types of definition. What are those? Can you tell me? For local maxima, just remember, go back to the graph which I have shown it to you. Yeah, for local maxima, what do you see? Up to this guy, your function is your f of x is less than this one. After this, the value of f of x is less than this guy. The definition, if I show you, कहाँ पे लिखा है मैंने? Yeah, do you see local maxima का definition? F of x is less than equal to f of p in this interval p minus delta and p plus delta. So this was the definition. Another definition I gave you, that your derivative, that is f dash of x, do you see the straight line that is tangent, that comes from positive to negative. That means when your derivative changes from positive to negative, then you'll say that that is the graph for maxima, that is the point which is local maxima. And if your derivative changes from negative to positive, then it is for local minima. Correct? Yeah, this was the definition, and we proved that. So we are going to use that. Okay, so let us start. I'm starting with the proof of the first one. So f double dash of p less than 0 I'm considering. So what else I am given? I am given f dash of p is 0. So can I say that limit extending to p f dash of x upon x minus p, that is less than 0. Do you agree? Is that okay? Yeah, okay. So since f double dash of p is non-zero, correct, either negative or positive, I'm taking the first case is negative. So I know it is non-zero. That means what? There exists an interval in which f takes the same sign as that of f double dash of p. Okay, what do you mean by that? That means this f double dash of p is negative. So whatever I am having f double dash of p, that is this guy, is negative. That means there will exist some neighborhood in which this will also have the same sign. So can I say this? Oh, I need to erase this. So there exists h positive, I will say implies there exists h positive such that f double dash of p, that is less than 0. What do you mean by f double dash of p? That means there exists h positive such that, what is f double dash of p? That means this guy. F dash of x upon x minus p, that will be less than 0. For all x belong to, I'm just removing that limit part here. For all x belongs to p minus h comma p plus h. Can I say that this is actually the definition of limit? Correct? If limit is less than 0, that means what? There will exist some h such that this should happen for this in this interval. Is that okay? Now look at this interval p minus h to, so I'll write it here. Say p minus h and p plus h, and this is p. I'm going to break it into two parts. Suppose going to consider the first part. Suppose my x is lying between this. Suppose my x belongs to this p minus h comma p. What do you mean by that? That means x is this p minus h comma p. Can you say something about x minus p? From this inequality, can you say something about x minus p? Yes, anyone? Look at this guy. What is my x minus p? That is less than 0. Yes. Yeah. So if my x minus p is less than 0 and I know this part whole term that is less than 0, so can you say something about f dash of x? Denominator is less than 0, uh, so and the whole term is less than 0, so what should be my f dash of x? Can it be positive? Can it be negative? First of all, this is already negative, I know. Can it be negative? If it will be negative, then this whole term will be positive. Do you agree? So what remains? This guy must be positive. So f dash of x must be positive. Is that clear? That means what? In this interval, your derivative is positive. Can I just write it? That is, oh, I have to clear this also. That is, your f dash of x is positive for all x lying in this interval p minus h to p. Now can I take the second case? Suppose my x lie here, p to p plus h. Then what? That means x is lying between p and p plus h. Can you say something about x minus p here? From here, can you say something about x minus p? Look at this guy. What do you see? X minus p is positive. So you know in this case x minus p is positive, then whole term is negative. So what can you say about f dash of x? This guy is positive, correct? If this is again positive, then both the term are positive, so the whole term must be positive, but whole term is negative. So can you say something about this guy? I know the denominator is positive. Yeah, f dash of x is negative. Very nice. Yes. Do you see I got the answer? That is, if I write, that is f dash of x is negative for all x belongs to, what do I claim then? If I'm having these two statement, I have these two statement. Which one? The first statement is this: when my x is lying here, then I'm having f dash of x is positive, and when my x is lying here, then I'm having this. From these two, can I say something? Can I say that f dash of x changes from positive to negative? Perfect, very nice. From positive to negative. So what is my conclusion? F has local maxima, correct? Done. This is what you are supposed to prove. Do you agree? I have started with double derivative negative, and I proved that I can conclude that my point P is local maxima. Is the proof clear to you? Just go through the proof once again. I started with the definition. I see that this limit less than 0. What do you mean by limit less than 0? That means there will exist some h such that this guy will be having less than 0. This is what, there exists some h such that this guy in this interval, in the interval x belongs to p minus h and p plus h. What next? I'm taking two cases. The first case I'm taking, when my x is lying between p minus h and p, then I'm having this. And when I'm having when my x is lying between p and p plus h, I'm getting this. So from these two, I can see that my f dash of x changes from positive to negative. That was the definition of local maxima, correct? If you see the graph ऐसा कुछ था, तो यहाँ पे देखो, this is the tangent, this is positive and so on, and here I am having negative. So from positive to negative, something like that. Is that okay? Is that clear? Can you prove the second part by yourself? Yeah, okay. Do that as a homework. And I think I already discussed about concave function and convex function. What is the definition of convex function? Do you remember? If you take any 2 point, your curve should lie below the straight line. So what is convex function? If you take any 2 point, your curve should lie below the line. That is the definition of convex function. What is concave function? Your curve should lie above the straight line. If you draw a straight line, then the definition I can write, just मुझे straight line का equation डालना है and function का value in this interval. So what I am going to take, I am going to consider all the points which are lying here. So how can I consider this line? Suppose I am taking this point as x1, this point as x2. So I want to consider all the points lying here. So how should I do? Can I write like this? That is, can I say x equal to, say I want to write x1 and something times x2, such that if I put a 0, then I want the first guy. So if I put 0, that means this guy should vanish. So if I want to vanish this guy, so I just have to multiply with t with this one, correct? Suppose I multiply t with this guy, and I don't know about this. Suppose I put t equal to 0, I am getting x1. Do you understand the logic what I am trying to do? I am trying to go ahead from this to this. That means I am going to partition it in some times ऐसा. So I want to see, if I put t equal to 0, I want to get x1. So I am having 2 point x1 and x2. If I put t equal to 0, that means this guy should vanish. तो मतलब यहाँ पे t x2 आना चाहिए. This is how you should think about a function. And if I put a t equal to 1, I need the first one. कि अगर मैंने 1 पुट किया तो I need to reach at x2. So what should x1 multiplied with? If I put t equal to 0, I want x equal to x1, and if I put t equal to 1, I want x equal to x2. Can you tell me what is x? If you are having this thing, can you tell me what is x? That is quite simple. Think about it again. See, my x, I'll just ignore this part. Maybe I'll discuss it there. See, yeah. Suppose this is my point x1, this is my point x2, and I want to go from x1 to x2 such that I want to write a function x equal to, in terms of x1 and x2, such that if I put t equal to 0, then I should get x equal to x1. If I put t equal to 1, I should get x equal to x2. और उल्टा भी कर सकते हैं, अगर t equal to 1 पुट किया, I should get x1 and like this. So can you guess the function? Look at it very properly. See, if I put t equal to 0, I need to get x equal to x1. मतलब x2 नहीं आना चाहिए. So this guy must be multiplied with t. Now you see, the first condition is satisfied. If I put t equal to 0, I am getting x1. What about if I put t equal to 1? Here if I put t equal to 1, I am getting x1 plus x2. That is the problem for me. But if you see, t equal to 1 में x1 should vanish. That means I want only x2, correct? So here I have to multiply 1 minus t. Is the logic clear to you? This should be my function. Think about it again and tell me whether you understand or not. I just wanted to vanish one of them, and now you see, if you put 0 and 1 के बीच में कोई भी value put करो, you'll be getting the line passing, you'll be getting the point which is lying between this and this. That is passing from this and this. If you put t equal to half, क्या मिल रहा है देखो, t equal to half put किया तो you'll be getting midpoint. t equal to 1/4 put किया, यहाँ पे आएंगे, and so on. Do you see? So if somebody asks you, if somebody give you 2 point and they ask you, give me a straight line passing through this, so you can give this one. This is a, you can say, graphical technique to get that. And you are having one more technique, just वो slope point form से भी कर सकते हो, वो क्या बोलते हैं उसे, 2 point form बोलते शायद. That is called 2 point form. You can do it by that way, or this seems good to me. You just have to see कि कौन कहाँ पे vanish कराना है. That's it. So actually I am giving you a function from 0 to 1 to r, such that f of x equal to this 1 minus t, I should say f of t, this depends on t, f of t x1 plus t x2. This is the equation of this is actually called path. अगर higher mathematics पढ़ोगे ना, even if you come in TYBSc, then you will see this is how we derive a path. If you put t equal to 0, then you are having x1. If you put t equal to 1, so it is a straight line passing through x1 and x2. So is that clear? Is the concept clear? ये कहाँ से आया, कैसे आया? Now can I go ahead? What I want कि सपोज मैंने यहाँ पे मेरा फर्स्ट पॉइंट है ना, यहाँ पे सेकेंड पॉइंट है. वट आई वॉन्ट, इफ आई ड्रॉ अ स्ट्रेट लाइन फ्रॉम हियर टू हियर, आई वॉन्ट दैट जो मेरे कर्व का मैपिंग आया, दैट शुड बी लेस देन दिस स्ट्रेट लाइन. So can I write the equation of this straight line? Suppose I am having the point for this and point for this. Can you write the equation? What is the point this one? This is f of x1. What is the point this one? This is f of x2. So can you similarly write a function such that I want to write a straight line, or I want to find all the points which are lying here? Can you give me a function? So I will say that function should be y. और अगर मैंने t equal to 0 put किया, I want f of x1. If I put t equal to 1, then I want f of x2. Can you tell me the function? Now it should be quite easy. t equal to 0 put किया, what I want f of x1. So मतलब f of x2 must vanish. तो मतलब क्या आएगा, t into f of x2 आएगा. Correct? And what else? If I put t equal to 1, then what? Yeah, 1 minus t into f. Now, do you see you can write the definition of convex easily? Can you write the definition of convex function? No, I'll write it. Suppose this is the 2 points, say x1 and x2. I think शायद मैंने लिखाया था definition, but I didn't explain you. Maybe I don't remember. Oh, मैंने erase किया क्या? Yeah, this is the definition. Convex का definition. ठीक है, I'll leave it as it is. I'll try to see it here. So this is the definition of convex, correct? You take any 2 point. I'm taking 2 point x1 and x2. Correct? What next I should do? What is the condition I'm having? I'm having this straight line passing through this guy and this guy. This should be bigger than, oh, what is this point actually, f of x1, or this is f of x2. Can you give me the straight line passing from this to this? That straight line is what? F of x1 into 1 minus t plus f of x2 into t, correct? This should be bigger than which one? This should be greater than whom? The curve. The curve means what? F of which image, which value of x? Those values of x which are lying between x1 and x2. Again I can write it in terms of that only. x1 into 1 minus t plus x2 into t. Is that clear? This is the definition of convex. I can write it easily. Can you similarly write concave का definition? Concave में क्या रहेगा? You write any curve, you take any 2 point. What I know that my curve will be on the top and my line will be on the bottom. So that is concave. And I think यही मैंने लिखाया था यहाँ पे. Just write the definition. And there is no problem हाँ x को पहले लिखा y को बाद में या y को x में. Do you see the first definition convex का? Do you see this is correct or wrong? Correct or not correct? What do you think? Perfect, good. Put t equal to 1, what do you see? This is f of x. So this is called convex, and I asked you to prove e raised to x convex. Did you prove that? You are supposed to prove e raised to x is convex. And 1 by x. These are quite simple problems. If any one of you have solved it, then you can send it to me. I'll just tell you. Now, in the last class I told you that this method of proving convex and concave may be quite lengthy. So let us use the application of derivative. Let us use derivative to help us out from here. Correct? Yeah. So what is the definition? What is the theorem in terms of derivative? Actually, the proof of that theorem is not mentioned in the syllabus, but still, if you want, I can help you with it. In your syllabus, they have just mentioned convex का बोलते. I'll just write the second definition. Okay. Definition. Let I is an interval a comma b. Definition 2. Definition 1 I have already given you, and I'm having a function I to r be differentiable on I. Then the first thing is f is said to be convex. F is said to be convex if f double dash. They are talking about f dash. Just 1 second. If convex if f dash is increasing on the interval a comma b. If your f dash is increasing, so can you write it in another term? F dash is increasing, that means what? अगर फंक्शन इंक्रीजिंग होता है तो कंडीशन क्या होता है डेरिवेटिव में? Yes, if your function is increasing, what is the condition in derivative, in terms of derivative? That is f dash of positive. Do you remember? If your function is increasing, f dash of x is positive. So can I say right this? If f dash is increasing, so what should be my condition? F double dash of x is positive. Correct? So now it is quite simple. If you want to prove convex, what you should do? You just have to find double derivative and check whether double derivative is always positive or not. If your double derivative, or check whether f dash is increasing or not. In the example I gave you, e raised to x, you see e raised to x f dash kiya, double dash kiya, that is always positive. So it is convex. Is that clear? Similarly, the second definition you can write for concave, that is f dash is decreasing function. Correct? Okay. So okay, just wait. I don't know. Yeah, so this is the another definition for convex, and similarly you can write the definition for concave. Let us try to prove. Okay, let us try to prove this thing. The proof is actually, it is not mentioned in the syllabus, but still I would like to do that. So what you should start with? Definition क्या है? हम लोग का definition क्या है? To prove you are given the function is convex, correct? So you need to take 2 points first. So let x comma y d belongs to the interval I, that is a comma b. Suppose I am taking 2 point x and y, correct? Now what do I know? Any point between x and y, between x and y is given by just wait a second. Yeah. So what is the definition I know?